This Montana man has the oldest North American DNA ever tested, and they found that it's dating back 17,000 years. His name is Alvin Willie Crawford. At the urging of his brother, Willie, Darrell Dusty Crawford of Hart Butte, Montana, decided to get his DNA tested. And a lot of people are doing this. I think my youngest son is going to have his DNA tested too, because I told him that we may have Israeli DNA. And that's probably so because of the fact that the whole, we're Greeks, and the whole of Greece had Hebrew synagogues everywhere, all over the place. So who knows? Now, the college, and this person also was urged by his brother to do so, and he did. They live in Butte, Montana. So a college project allowed him to trace his Native American heritage back for 5 generations, but perhaps the DNA test would reveal more. As it turned out, it did. Crawford's results are mind-blowing, and they'll help shape the way anthropologists understand Native American history. Darrell Crawford's Blackfoot name is Lone Bull, and his mother's great-great-grandfather was Two Elk, a medicine man and bundle holder who held sacred objects used in ceremonies. His family name of Crawford came from Scottish-Irish cattlemen who drove a herd into what became Montana and married a Blackfoot woman. Some in his family still live on the Crow Reservation in southeastern Montana. Unfortunately, Alvin Willie Crawford, 62, would not live to read the results for himself. He died from heart failure shortly after Darrell told him the amazing news. Crawford said, "I just talked to him about my result. My mom was interested in it, so I took it to her to read. He said he was going to read it, but he never made it to her house to read it. He would have been really happy with the results." Now, speaking to the Great Falls Tribune, Darrell explained that the test results were bittersweet. He said he's the one who encouraged me to do this, and he wanted to compare our results. Crawford said, "I just wish I could have shown it to him. It would have blown him away." The test by CRI Genetics revealed Crawford's biogeographical ancestry. It was able to trace his lineage back for 55 generations with near perfect accuracy of 99% for 55 generations. The company told Crawford it was like finding Bigfoot because it's so rare to trace ancestry back that far. Crawford learned that he has the oldest DNA found in the Americas, and the details shattered what he had previously thought about how his Blackfoot ancestors arrived on the continent. In America's schools, kids learn that Native American ancestors arrived by the Bering Land Bridge, the land bridge across from Russia to Alaska. During the Ice Age some 18,000 years ago, an ice sheet formed a bridge that may have been 620 miles wide, connecting Asia and North America. Let's also remember that during the Ice Age, the sea levels were much lower, so the coastlines were extended much farther out. So there would have been a lot less to travel with ships and boats. Now, Crawford's DNA test found that his ancestors probably arrived by a route that could not be more different. His ancestors more likely came from the Pacific and traveled up from the coast of South America. Crawford's mitochondrial DNA belonged to mitochondrial DNA haplogroup B2, originating in Arizona 17,000 years ago, with low frequency in Alaska or Canada, ruling out traveling via the Bering Land Bridge. The group's closest relatives outside the America come from Southeast Asia. Quote, "Its path from the Americas is somewhat of a mystery, as there are no frequencies of the haplogroup in either Alaska or Canada. Today, this Native American line is found only in the Americas, with a strong frequency peak on the eastern coast of North America, according to the DNA's testing company," unquote. Of the 4 Native American groups in haplogroup B2, Crawford's clan was traced to an ancient female ancestor named Ina, one of 4 ancient ancestors including Ai, Chie, and Sachi. According to the Great Falls Tribune, Ina's name comes from a Polynesian mythical figure, a representative of the first woman. She's riding a shark on a $20 bill in the Cook Islands. Thanks to his brother's interest in Blackfoot history, Darrell Crawford can share his rich history with everyone, including all of his descendants. He is also making international news. Willie Crawford was a chief mountain hotshot, wildland firefighter, and then a building trades instructor at the Blackfoot Community College for 18 years. He was fascinated by our history, and it never dawned on me how much he knew until one night we were talking about land, and he knew so much history, Crawford said. Now Darrell Crawford encourages Native Americans to get their own DNA test, but says it's best to be open-minded and prepare for just about anything. And this is from Reference Ancient Code, and it's on Humans Are Free. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.